Hi, I'm Mick, and welcome back to It's a Matter of Opinion. Today, this segment I'm going to be talking about is a generalization about paranormal investigators and ghost hunters. For the most part, I wanted to give everybody a little information about myself and how I got involved in this field. Well, years ago, back in 2007, a friend of mine who had passed on, his name was Dave Gill, him and I had started what was called back then the Spring Lake, North Carolina Ghost Hunters. And if you can tell from some of my previous videos, you'll get a little information on what I put together back then. Some brief videos on equipment use and some EVPs and some other information. But in any event, more or less I've been involved with paranormal my entire life, as a child, as a teenager, and in my adulthood as well. Like I said, in 2007, we had put together the Spring Lake, North Carolina Ghost Hunters. Afterwards, a couple of years later, what had happened was after Dave Gill had passed on, and the team was still going on some investigations. Of course, at that time, we had done several dozen investigations throughout Fayetteville and surrounding counties. But over the years, I had learned that my beliefs had changed, and I was going about the wrong path, and learning that ghost hunters was not what I was all about personally. I didn't want to consider myself a ghost hunter because for the fact that ghost hunters, to me, my belief was someone that was out for the hype. I was out there for a thrill-seeking. I was out there to see what they can collect, to provoke spirits, which a lot of ghost hunters out there do. Don't get me wrong, there's probably still a few out there that don't fall into that category, even though they follow those tactics. But I personally didn't want to put myself in that position, so what I did was I decided to change my title as a paranormal investigator. And even though that there's other people out there that feel that the name paranormal is a wide avenue which involves a lot of things. It's not just the spirit realm, but it involves monsters, you know, Loch Ness monsters, Bigfoot, unexplained events, you know, and other areas, you know, as well. But in any event, the word paranormal, for the most part, a lot of people got comfortable in using them and calling themselves paranormal investigators. But I still fall along that category because I want to still have respect for the spirit realm, because I'm not one for going out there and chasing a spirit in order to get some information, you know, because you got to put yourself in their position. You know, let's say for an example, you happen to be you were deceased, or you know somebody's deceased. Would you want somebody chasing after you to provoke you in order to do something just so you can get some information on audio or video? I would hope not. Well, in any event, I sure don't, because, you know, I feel respect for the spirit realm, and I feel that's something myself, you know, I wouldn't want to put anybody in those shoes. So this was just something I wanted to get off my back and let everybody in on my change of beliefs and why I'm still involved in the whole investigative work and everything, but I spend some of my time sharing information and spreading the knowledge out there to those that are wanting to get into this field but don't exactly know how to go about it, or I just want to make sure that they're headed on the right path and don't fall alongside those others that want to do themselves as well as the spirit realm harm. There's some out there that just, you know, they shouldn't even be in that position, but they still are. In any event, there's going to be other videos that are going to follow this one. Like I said on previous sessions, that I'm going to be doing some videos in relations to EVPs and documentation. So if you like, feel free to follow my videos in order to be a little more informative on what you're wanting to follow. If it has to do with the paranormal field, I'll be glad to help you in any way possible. But like I said, feel free to ask information or send me a video response or a comment on this one as well. But until then, thanks for stopping by on It's a Matter of Opinion. Bye.